Good morning and aloha. Thank you very much for joining in our Sunday service. Today is YouTube premiere again, and this is pre-recording for Sunday, June 7th. As of June 7th, Jodo Mission Hawaii in Honolulu, we opened the temple for public service. So there must be some attendance today, and this is good to have an in-person service because we can see members, and members, especially older people, are looking forward to the opportunity to attend the service. And of course, we have to keep practicing social distancing, good hygiene, washing hands very well and often, and also wearing masks. In order to keep up safety, we need such things. But at least we can go forward, to even while maintaining safety, we can do more things, and that's a good thing. And so at Koroa Jodo Mission, I'm planning to start in-person Sunday service next week, and the following week on June 21st at Kappa Jodo Mission, I'm planning to have an in-person Sunday service. And of course, I'm trying to this YouTube and live streaming or pre-recording. I want to continue, and because I understand there are some people who live far away from Hawaii, and also who live far away from the temple, Jodo Shu temple. So this is a good opportunity to learn and to join in the service together. So thank you very much for watching, and I want to continue. And as compared to pre-recording, I feel live streaming is actually much easier, because live streaming, even I have something not satisfied what I recorded, and also I forgot to say, I made mistake. Live streaming always happening, but live streaming, I cannot take it back. I cannot redo it. Just keep going. And on the other hand, this pre-recording, I always have a choice to retake it. So even such a small mistakes, I always retake it. So the pre-recording takes actually more time, and this is actually, I don't know, 5 or 6 take 6. And so this is bad. But of course, pre-recording, I can use better camera and a good microphone, so the quality of video should be better than live streaming. But I cannot be me. I cannot improve visuality. Cannot. But maybe you can see well, very clearly with this camera. So that was a good thing about pre-recording. So because whether I do live streaming or pre-recording, I always regret, and this remind me something like Kaikyo-Ge, Danish philosopher. That before coming to Hawaii, I love reading philosophy. Studying from Plato, Socrates, Aristotle. Even I read very difficult like Immanuel Kant, and also Kierkegaard. And Kierkegaard influenced a lot of modern philosophy, like Heidegger. Heidegger is very difficult. And then Bertrand Russell, that I love English philosopher. So that kind of very, I loved before coming to Hawaii. But after coming to Hawaii, I was not interested, because I established a way of life based on Buddhist teaching and Nenbutsu style life. I established, so that's why I put aside all philosophies. And before establishing my lifestyle, I was kind of very struggling to seek for the truth. And philosophy was very interesting and providing the way, very interesting way of understanding life. But now I said, because of the Buddhist teaching, based upon Buddhist teaching, I established my life. I completely left aside, all the philosophies. But philosophy and Buddhism and also other religion try to provide the truth. And because Buddhist teaching is a way, the truth of universal truth, what we call Dharma, the teaching of truth. And so what we really call truth is actually very related to each other. And sometimes although different philosophy, Western philosophy and the Buddhist teaching, what we try to teach is same thing. So Kaikyo-Ge was very interesting, and then I have a book of in Japanese. In Japanese we call it Kaikyo-Ge, and Kyakke-Ge. I think Kyakke-Ge is an English way to call this philosopher, Danish philosopher. And then I understand recently Kyakke-Ge, and Kyakke, what Kyakke in Germany is like Danish is church, and then Go means I think garden. So church garden is what means Kaikyo-Ge. That's a very interesting part. So one of the very interesting sayings by Kaikyo-Ge is marry, you will regret it, and not marry, you will regret it either. So this is very interesting. Getting married or to be single is a huge decision. It's a big decision in life, right? However, whether you chose to be single, whether you chose to get married, you both regret it. You regret it either anyway, you regret it anyway. That's what Kaikyo-Ge says. But what is interesting is that we have only two ways of choice, married or single. And not only marriage, we think, tend to think we have many choices. Our life are filled with freedom and liberty. And then we can do actually many things in our life. However, the choice, are given are only two choices. We only have two choices in our life. Have you ever realized two choices? That is to do it or to not to do it. So even though there are many actions, we can do many things, but the choices we are allowed, we are given, are actually to do it or to not to do it. So, for example, from the moment when we wake up, what we choose is that whether we wash face or whether we not wash face, right? And then what to do is that we go to change clothes, do it, or whether we not change clothes. And that means we sleep. So maybe we can say whether we wake up, we do it, or the choice that we not wake up. That means we continue to sleep. And then even when we wake up, we have a series of choices. But all choices are actually only what to do or what not to do. So that choices continue all lifetime long. But the essence of choices are to do it or not to do it. That's the only two choices. And because we have only two choices in life or in every day, we have only two results, simply. That is happiness or happy or not happy. Or we can say that regret or not regret. So that is the essence of life. And Honen and Shonin actually realize that this kind of similarity. So what I want to say is actually whether pre-recording using beta camera or live streaming, I can regret either way, right? Even when I use pre-recording, I regret, and even when I use live streaming, I can regret. But at the same time, because we have two choices, that there is a possibility that I can be happy with pre-recording, and also I can be happy with live streaming. We can say that. So what is important that whatever we choose, whatever we choose, there are two ways, regret or happiness. It's completely up to us. Whether we understand, or it can be good and positive way of understanding of the, So what is important that even we chose, not to do it, we can be happy, and also even we chose to do it, we can be happy. And Honen Shonin actually left, there are two things that are not in accordance with Amida Buddha's essential path. And Honen Shonin also mentioned that there are two things that are in accordance with essential path. And what is in accordance with essential path is that simply put, I can put like two things what Amida Buddha like. And there are two things what Amida Buddha doesn't like to see. And two things Amida Buddha like is that one is when people commit an evil, Amida Buddha doesn't like. And another thing that Amida Buddha doesn't like is when people aspire enlightenment, Amida Buddha doesn't like. And you probably think, why? Amida Buddha, maybe we understand when people commit an evil, Amida Buddha doesn't like because evil thing, do a thing, sinful thing is not good understanding. And so Amida Buddha doesn't like, but naturally. But why Amida Buddha doesn't like when people aspire enlightenment? And so Honen Shonin explained that there are two things that Amida Buddha doesn't like. One is commit an evil, and when we commit an evil, because we are not sure whether we are saved or we are become uneasy, become easy, So that's why even Amida Buddha says, please come to my land, call my name, call my help. I will always be with you. That Amida Buddha offered, but because commit evil, we are not sure, we cannot believe Amida Buddha. That's why that is not Amida Buddha like when people commit evil, commit a sinful thing that Amida Buddha doesn't like to see. And then when people aspire enlightenment, because when it's kind of actually good thing to aspire enlightenment, to seek enlightenment is what Buddhism want to teach. But when we try to seek enlightenment, it's because we try to rely on ourselves. We try to go by own power, what we call self, jiriki, self-power. We use self-power to seek enlightenment. And so going our own way. On the other hand, Amida Buddha's salvation, Amida Buddha's teaching is actually, he offer help. He actually aspire everyone to be born to the happy land. Right? So this is different vector. We go to this way, and Amida Buddha actually offer help that way. So different vector. That's why when people aspire enlightenment, Amida Buddha doesn't like. Then what Amida Buddha like to see? That is two things that Honen Shonin mentioned. That there are two things that accordance with Amida Buddha's essential path. And what are two things is that same thing. When people commit an evil, Amida Buddha love to see. That is accordance with essential path. And Honen Shonin also said, when people aspire enlightenment, same reason that Amida Buddha didn't like, but this same reason Amida Buddha could love. So Honen Shonin explained, then why when people commit an evil, commit a sinful, bad thing, Amida Buddha love to see is because when we commit an evil, actually there is actually no way but saved. There is no salvation. But Amida Buddha, it is only Amida Buddha who offer help to those who commit a sinful. So when people commit evil and then believe in Amida Buddha's salvation, essential path that save people. When people 100% believe, it becomes possible. That's why Amida Buddha loved to see. That is accordance with Amida's essential path. And another reason, when people aspire enlightenment, right? That one previously, that is not Amida Buddha like, because this is different vector. Right? Different direction we are seeking. But this is actually chance. Honen Shonin regard, understand. When people aspire enlightenment, it's a chance to be embraced by Amida Buddha. Because when we seek enlightenment, when seek enlightenment, there is a chance that we cannot be enlightened. We can't be enlightened. We cannot pursue. We cannot attain enlightenment. We realize when we seek. Then this is a chance that we can be embraced by Amida Buddha. Right? So if we try, by trying to pursue enlightenment, then we realize we cannot get it. Then we have a chance to be embraced by Amida Buddha. So whether we actually do it or not to do it, I said, there are two choices. But whatever we believe in, there are always way of happiness. There is always positive way to understand the truth. And so whether we commit an evil or whether we aspire enlightenment or whether rather not aspire enlightenment, we can be saved. We can be saved. That is a great teaching of Amida Buddha, Jodo Shu. So thank you very much. So even though you make a mistake, even though you marry, whether you are single, you can be happy. You can be happy. Not as Kaikyo-Ge said that you always regret. This can be happen, but because we have two choices, we can always be happy whatever we chose. So what is important that we see positive way of life. Just like Honen Shonin mentioned, two reasons, two things that are in accordance with Amida Buddha, and two things that are not accordance with Amida Buddha. That two things can be said. What is important that we see positively the truth. So thank you very much. Oh, by the way, did you enjoy my movie trailer? I'm sometimes called Paradise Walker because Kauai is like paradise. And so I love horo, like walking around the island of paradise. So I call myself, I'm a paradise walker. At the same time, paradise is a word paradise. In older days, I don't see nowadays, but in older days, Pure Land of Jodo, Pure Land is sometimes translated as Western Paradise of Amida Buddha. Western Paradise of Amida Buddha. So in this sense, Western Paradise is actually what I want to teach. I want to share. I'm the guide to show the way to the Western Paradise of Amida Buddha. So I'm a paradise walker, means that paradise of Kauai, the South Paradise. At the same time, paradise of Amida Buddha, like a beach. So I actually went to Wider Falls and I call my little adventure. And so please enjoy. I think the continued part is coming up later. So anyway, let's start the service. And thank you very much for joining again. So let's start page 3, Invocation. Page 3, Invocation. Amida Buddha, the awakened one, the compassionate one, we ask for your guidance on this happy day. Lead us from the numbness of routine and from all bitterness of heart to a peaceful place of compassion and wisdom. Grant us the strength and abiding consciousness to work together harmoniously in our temple and our community. Help us always remember that life is one and therefore that all living things coexist and are interconnected, and that your infinite light of compassion shines upon the hearts of everyone. Page 5, Vandana Ti-Sarana.
Namo
Shuka, Tsukikage. Golden chain. I am a link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends my happiness or misery. May every link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namu Amida Butsu. Page 9, Eightfold Path. The Buddha teaches us that we may become pure and holy by following the rules he laid down for us. Let us repeat them and also remember at all times what they mean. First, a right understanding. Let us learn and try to understand the truth. Second, right purpose. Let us try always to do what is right. Third, right speech. Let us be truthful and kind in all we say. Fourth, right conduct. Let us try to behave ourselves at all times. Fifth, right livelihood. Let us earn our living in a way which will not harm anyone. Sixth, right endeavor. Let us constantly try to become better. Seventh, right thought. Let us cherish our thoughts because our words and our actions arise from our thoughts. Eighth, right meditation. Let us think often of Amida Buddha and repeat the sacred name, Namu Amida Butsu. May the sacred presence of Amida, who said he would abide in his teaching, be our guide. May we follow his glorious example and tread with unfaltering step this noble path until we too shall attain enlightenment. Namu Amida Butsu. Page 17, Kaikyo-Ge. Profound and wondrous Dharma, even after 100,000 million years, is difficult to encounter. We now hear, receive, and uphold it. May we understand the true message of the Tathagata. Tanbutsu-ju. Bussetsu Ryoju Kyo Tanbutsu-ju Kogen of Amida Buddha illuminates the 10 directions of the world, and all who call upon his name shall be received and never abandoned. Dedication of merit. I revere the king of the great compassionate vows, Amida Buddha, the dispatcher and founder of the teaching Shakyamuni Buddha, all the Buddhas, as many as the sons of the Ganges in the 6 directions, Kannon, Seishi, all the great bodhisattvas, the world assemblies of ultimately the beings of the pure and great oceans, and the 3 treasures and great compassion. May there be harmony below the heavens, with the sun and the moon shining brightly. May the wind and rain be timely, and disasters and calamity not arise. May nations be bountiful, people safe, and armies and weapons not to be used. Let us revere birth and humanity, and cultivate respect and humility. Our High Patriarch Komyo, the Great Master Shantao, our founder, the Great Master Enko, Tozen Ejo, Kogaku Jikyo, Meisho Wajin Honi Daisho, Honen Shonin. The second Patriarch, National Teacher, Daisho Shoju, Shoko Shonin. The third Patriarch, the Recording and Meditation Master, Kishu Ryocho Shonin. The light of transmitting the pure land of the 3 countries, and all the great patriarchs by realizing the compassionate blessings. The founding master of our temple, the restorer, and all the priests who serve this temple with a fluent practice will achieve perfect enlightenment. My prayers to my teachers and ministers, to my father and mother, to all the temple members, donors, and all living beings with whom I have karmic connections. May all those who are living experience joy, prosperity, and longevity without limit. May those who have died escape from suffering and transcend to be born into the pure land. We pray for the peace and stability of our temple and for complete affinity with the past. May we be completely free of hindrances and cultivate our practice of the Buddhist path. Since the founding of this temple, to all the members, the daily and monthly memorial tablets, the recently deceased, those in the intermediate stage of existence, and to all spirits, may we cultivate virtues so that they may be enlightened. We vow hereon with the virtues accumulated from this place of practice to transfer our merit to our beloved ones for their happiness and achievement of enlightenment. Soeko-ge. Ganji shikudoku myodo sei saido hochibo daishi hojo anda koku. We aspire for these merits and virtues to be equally bestowed upon all, and may we together develop the aspiration for enlightenment to achieve birth in the pure land of peace and bliss. Junen. Namu Amida Bu, 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 Namu Amida, Namu Amida Betsu, Namu Amida Bu. Page 7, Nenbutsu. Amida Buddha surrounds all men and all forms of life with infinite love and compassion. Particularly does he send forth loving thoughts to those in suffering and sorrow, to those in doubt and ignorance, to those who are striving to attain truth, and to those whose feet are standing close to the great change called death. Amida Buddha sends forth oceans of wisdom, mercy, and love. Namu Amida Betsu. Thank you very much. This concludes the Sunday service. Everybody please be safe and please take care and have enjoy Sunday service. Not Sunday service, Sunday.